Hey everyone, welcome back to Talkin' Tech. If this is your first time on my channel, my name is Tony and my goal is to provide you with practical tech tips and reviews. In today's video, we are going to cover a new streaming device that I just bought. I went out and got the Nvidia Shield Gaming Edition. Heard a lot about this. It seems like a very high quality product. But today we're going to kind of go over some of the features of it and see if it's really worth the $200 price tag on it. But before we do that, I'd like to take a minute to update my giveaway. So it looks like we've had a bunch of entries, which was great. And I have had crossed that 50 subscriber barrier. So it looks like I will be giving away 2 of those Google Home Minis. Now, to add a little extra wrinkle to that, if I do get over 100 before the end of the giveaway, which is the 18th of January, it's a Friday, I will be giving away another product. So we do have a lot of time to get there, so hopefully we do. I'll have more details on that later in coming video. Let's go ahead and get started with the Nvidia Shield and just kind of go over some of the stuff. First, I'll kind of take it out of the box. I'm not going to do an unboxing. I don't feel like that does that well. So I'll just take it out of the box and I'll kind of show you the few pieces of it and just kind of what you get in the box. So first thing, when you open the box, you see the actual device itself and the remote. Honestly, this is a lot smaller than I expected it to be. I expected it to be large just from pictures. So I'm kind of impressed with the size of this. It feels like it's decent quality, and I'm actually quite frankly happy that it's this small. I was expecting it to be a lot larger, and I thought it might be awkward in front of the TV. So that's kind of cool. I'm kind of a fan of that. The remote, it looks very similar to a Fire TV remote, something like that. So nothing real groundbreaking here. It looks pretty simple. And then, so it does come with a power adapter, obviously. But the one thing that I don't really necessarily like, it is a proprietary adapter, it looks like. I guess I'm not sure what that is. It looks like it's supposed to be USB-C, but it's like squared off. It's different. So that's a little bit of a disadvantage, I guess, because then, if you lose this, you're going to have to buy the actual Nvidia one. So as this device ages, that might become a bigger issue, or maybe it's not and it evolves and they keep this same style. It does come with an actual USB cables, which I'm assuming is to charge the controller, which, I kind of like this. It looks like a cross between an Xbox One controller and a PlayStation controller. And quite frankly, I wish it was just the exact same thing as an Xbox controller. I really like my DualShock up here. I don't know why, but these are a lot better to handle, in my opinion, than the PlayStation controllers. I'm not a huge fan of the PlayStation controllers, and this just feels more like the Xbox controller. So I'm kind of curious to see how this all works out. Let's go ahead and we'll get to me setting it up right now. One thing I did want to add that I brought up in one of my first videos with the DirecTV Now Osprey, how it came with an HDMI cord, and that was a really nice surprise for me. Now, I opened this box and I kind of dug through it, kind of expecting the same thing, especially at a $200 price point, and it didn't have an HDMI cord. Now, that's not a deal breaker to me, but that's something that I really would like to have so I don't have to steal it from something else, go find one in my house. If I had known that ahead of time, I probably would have ordered one. So, I mean, I guess it is what it is, and here we are, but I'll make do. Without any more wait, let's go ahead and get it set up and see what it looks like. All right, guys, I went ahead and got this connected here to my capture card. So we'll kind of go through the setup real quick. I do have to admit that something did record kind of off camera or off recording that got me a little frustrated on this. When I originally went to set this up, it asked to connect to your device or your Google account, and you're supposed to be able to go on your phone and it'll describe it here, set up my device. Well, when I was doing that, it froze when it was syncing my Google account, and I'm not exactly sure what the issue was. I ended up having to actually power cycle the Shield because it wouldn't get to the next step after this. It got stuck on the syncing account crap or whatever for quite a while, probably 5 to 10 minutes, and I kept going back and restarting it, and I didn't get any change. So I went and I just restarted it, and now it looks like it's working. I'm going to skip some of the setup of it. It's just selecting apps, entering your date of birth, joining the Nvidia awards, rewards, not awards, like it's some cable TV show. So that's kind of boring, kind of do some upgrades, not a big deal. All right, so now we get to the home screen here after rebooting, and the first thing that I want to check out is going to be Nvidia games. I feel like this is kind of a big selling point for it. Maybe not to some people, but I think for me it's going to be a nice addition. I had to kind of do an edit here. When I originally posted the video, I had some video of me playing Sonic Racing. Well, Sega went ahead and put a copyright claim on it right now, and it takes 30 days to go over that. So I'm going to take the video down, and then this is going to be the re-edited clip where I just put in a different video than that. We'll go into Nvidia games. We'll select something different this time, because I hear Sega can be a pain. We'll go down here to select free with Shield, and we can see our options here. Kind of want to pick a game that's likely not going to have much of a copyright following. Let's pick one of these other games here, the racing game. Let's do Real Racing 3. So my first reaction to the game, just kind of looking at it, it looks really nice. I don't know if this is video right now. All right, so it looks like we're just going here, getting it set up. Just demonstrating that I can steer with my controller, I guess. And it looks like it's going to make me do a test lap or something. So I'll just show you a quick bit of that and just kind of give you my reaction on it. Is that the Netsky remix? So right off the bat, I mean, it sounds good. I'm pretty impressed right now. The controls feel good, if not a little twitchy almost. And here I'm gonna be a bad driver here. The controls are weird. It's really twitchy. It seems like every time I move, it's like there's no smooth adjustment. Which is weird. So I don't know if it's a controller or maybe it's a free game. Anyway, that's really all I have on this, just to show a little bit of gameplay. And now I'll kind of go over the recap here. Thanks for sticking with me this long. Now it's time to kind of go over my rapid reaction on the device. So I mentioned it kind of earlier, but when I was setting it up, I kind of ran into some frustrations. When I first logged into it, it kind of freaked out and froze. Now I don't know if that's my phone's fault or the device's fault, but it was kind of frustrating because I had to restart the device. I had to actually unplug it and plug it back in to get it to be found again. Well, actually my phone found it, but the device wouldn't connect to my phone, or it wouldn't get to the next stage. No idea what happened there. That wasn't a big deal. And then next, when setting up my Nvidia Go account or whatever the gaming account is, I had issues verifying my email address, not with the account, but the device. For some reason, it took like 15 times of me hitting retry on the device for it to finally accept that I, okayed or verified my email address. Now, one of the biggest things that I noticed about this device is no DirecTV Now. I can't really blame Android TV because it's not up to them who makes stuff for their devices. However, that's frustrating. I knew that going into it, so I can't blame it. But, that's kind of a big deal to me. Now, it does come with Sling and Hulu and PSVue. So I'm going to give those a shot here in the coming weeks, and there'll be more videos on that. So make sure you subscribe so you can kind of keep up to date with all the streaming services. I haven't used a lot of them. Anyway, kind of getting away from that anyway. So at the end of the day, is it really the ultimate streaming device? I'm hesitant. It's a $200 device. I think it's $150 without the controller. But really, I mean, I guess it matches the Apple TV in quality maybe, and it seems polished. You know, I was kind of thinking the Fire TV is my favorite streamer right now, based on the fact that you can sideload apps and things like that. And I know you can do that on Android TV, but it's also a third the price or a fourth the price, I guess, however you pay for it. The gaming aspect was actually an advantage to me. I guess I didn't really think about, you know, I don't know if it's necessarily worth it to me, but it's one of those things where if I'm going to spend $150 on a device, hey, and it's got free games with it, great, that sounds awesome. You know, I have an Apple TV, I think it's a 4th gen, and it's okay. You know, it's got a really polished interface, that kind of a thing, but it doesn't have games. Until they support DirecTV Now or DirecTV Now supports it, I don't know that I can recommend it. I think it's a great device if you're not quite into console gaming, you don't want to spend the money on a console, which I think, you know, you can pick up a used Xbox One for probably $100 right now. I know I got mine for $100 like two and a half years ago. It was secondhand again, but I ultimately think that's a better overall device than something called Nvidia Shield TV. It has most of the apps on there. I guess I haven't even looked at it as a DirecTV Now app because it's never been my only device. However, it's so much more than just a streaming player. And I know this is supposed to be too. I just don't think it's a replacement for a game system. If your biggest draw is the gaming, it's probably better off just getting an actual Xbox or a PlayStation or even a Switch. I mean, for an extra $100, I could have come home with a Switch, which I might actually go and get one of these days because it looks more fun than this, and it's something I can take on the road with me. Other than that, I mean, the price is the biggest drawback to me. I paid $187 with a price match from Amazon at Best Buy, and that's a premium price for a device. I just don't know if I can keep it. I'm gonna play with it for a week or two and probably do another video on it just to kind of, if there's some new things I found out, and I'm gonna try to load DirecTV Now, so stay tuned for that as well. Anyway, that's really all I have for today's video. Again, thank you for all the people that have subscribed. If you haven't yet, please make sure you do that. If you enjoyed today's video, definitely hit that like button. And as a follow-up to the beginning of the video, make sure to sign up for my giveaway. The link will be in the description. All you have to do is enter your name and your email address, and you're entered for a chance to win 2 Google Home Minis now because I've gotten over 50 subscribers. So there's no purchase necessary or anything of that nature, so just some free stuff. Anyway, that's all I got for tonight. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a great 2019.